Did you know that a healthy 75-year-old woman died just because she showered at the most dangerous time of day? A time when 80% of seniors unknowingly put their lives at risk every single day? This isn't clickbait. This is medical truth that most doctors never tell you about. Every year, over 230,000 Americans get hurt in their bathrooms, and 81% of them are over 65. I've seen too many families heartbroken by tragedies that could have been prevented. If you're watching this video, chances are you or someone you love might be taking a risk every morning without even knowing it. In the next minutes, I'll share with you exactly when you should never shower after 70 and 7 simple changes that could save your life or the life of someone you love. Don't miss tip number 5. It's helped thousands of my viewers avoid serious accidents. So, stay with me. Don't skip ahead. Don't assume this doesn't apply to you. Sometimes the smallest changes make the biggest difference. And if you haven't already, I recommend subscribing and turning on the bell so you don't miss out on future videos that help you stay strong, safe, and informed every step of the way. Let's begin. Number 1. The most dangerous time and scientific reasons. Let's get right to the heart of the matter. According to research from Harvard Medical School, showering early in the morning, especially between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m., increases the risk of fatal accidents by 80% for seniors over 70. That's not a small number, folks. That's the difference between safety and serious danger. Now, you might be wondering, why is this time so dangerous? The answer lies in something doctors call the morning surge. When we sleep, our blood pressure naturally dips lower, but our blood pressure rises sharply when we wake up, especially as we get older. Our bodies aren't as good at handling these quick changes anymore. Think about it. You're getting up after hours of lying down. Your blood pressure is surging, and then you stand up in a hot shower where your blood vessels are expanding from the heat. It's like a perfect storm happening inside your body. I want to share Martha Wilson's story with you. Martha was 75, just like many of you or your loved ones. She was incredibly active, volunteered at her library, tended an award-winning garden, and was even learning Italian for a trip to Rome she had planned for her birthday. Martha had a morning routine she never changed. Wake up at 6 a.m., brew a cup of Earl Grey tea, and immediately take her shower before breakfast. Martha's daughter Jennifer called her at 9 a.m. one winter morning, as she did every day. When Martha didn't answer, Jennifer drove to her mother's house. She found the front door unlocked, the tea kettle still warm on the stove, and Martha unconscious on the bathroom floor with the shower still running. Despite the paramedics arriving quickly, the head trauma from Martha's fall proved too severe. She never regained consciousness. Here's what makes this story even more heartbreaking. Martha's bathroom had every recommended safety feature: grab bars, non-slip mats, and good lighting. But she was showering during the most physiologically vulnerable time of day, something her doctor had never mentioned to her. Notice your blood pressure with this sharp rise in the morning hours? That's the morning surge I mentioned. Your body is least stable during these hours, making even simple tasks like showering much more dangerous. What time do you usually shower? I'd love to know. Drop a comment below with your shower time. If it's between 4 and 8 a.m., I hope you'll keep watching to learn why a simple schedule change could save your life. And if you're finding this information helpful, please tap that like button. It helps more seniors see this important safety information. Now, let's move on to another serious risk that makes morning showers even more dangerous: the way our bodies handle temperature changes as we age. Number 2. Temperature regulation problems in older adults. Now let's talk about something most of us never think twice about: how our bodies handle temperature as we age. That hot shower that feels so good on a chilly morning, it might put extra strain on your heart without you even realizing it. As we get older, our bodies slowly lose the ability to regulate temperature efficiently. This isn't something you just suddenly notice one day. It happens gradually over the years. When you were younger, your body could quickly adjust to temperature changes, like stepping from a cool bedroom into a hot shower. But after 70, this system doesn't work nearly as well. Dr. Amanda Chen, a specialist in geriatric health, explains that this sudden temperature shift puts unnecessary strain on your heart. As we age, she says, our bodies become less adept at adapting to rapid temperature changes, especially in the early morning when our core body temperature is naturally at its lowest. I remember my own mother used to love scalding hot showers well into her 80s, and I never thought it could be dangerous until I started researching this topic. It's something we should all be more aware of. Let me tell you about Albert Reynolds, an 83-year-old retired accountant from Ohio. Albert had always enjoyed his early morning hot showers, believing they helped wake him up and start his day right. One morning, as steam filled his bathroom, he suddenly felt weak and collapsed. He was lucky. He only suffered minor bruises, not a major head injury. When paramedics checked him, they discovered the temperature shock from the hot water had triggered an arrhythmia, an irregular heartbeat that could have been fatal. Albert's cardiologist later explained that the combination of early morning timing and hot water had created a dangerous cardiovascular overload. If that had happened at noon, Albert told his family, I probably would have noticed the warning signs, but at 6 a.m., my body couldn't handle it. What temperature is safe for your shower? Experts recommend keeping water lukewarm between 95 degrees Fahrenheit and 100 degrees Fahrenheit. That might feel cooler than what you're used to, but it's much safer for your heart. A simple bath thermometer can help you check the temperature. When the water is too hot, your blood vessels expand rapidly, pulling blood away from vital organs and making your heart work overtime. Especially dangerous when your cardiovascular system is already dealing with that morning blood pressure surge we talked about earlier. Something as simple as adjusting your water heater can make a huge difference in your safety. If you're like many seniors I talk to, you probably enjoy a nice hot shower. If that's you, hit that like button. But I hope you'll consider turning the temperature down just a bit, especially if you shower in those early morning hours. Now, we need to discuss another morning risk factor, one that many doctors completely overlook when talking to their patients about safety. Number 3, medication timing and shower safety. Here's something that often slips under the radar: how your morning medications interact with your shower time. This is a connection that I find particularly important because so many of us take medicines for blood pressure, heart conditions, or circulation. Yet, few doctors ever mention this dangerous overlap. If you're taking blood pressure medications like lisinopril, amlodipine, or metoprolol, you need to know about what doctors call the double drop effect. Let me explain what this means in simple terms. Most blood pressure medications are designed to lower your pressure. That's their job. When you take them first thing in the morning, they start working to bring those numbers down. Now, what happens when you combine that with a warm shower? Your blood vessels naturally dilate or widen with warm water, lowering blood pressure. Put these two together and you can experience a dangerous drop that might make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or even pass out right there in the shower. Dr. Michael Ramirez from the Mayo Clinic explains this perfectly. He says, most seniors take their blood pressure medications first thing in the morning, often right after waking. These medications lower blood pressure, which is already dropping naturally during a shower due to warm water and changes in posture. This combination can reduce blood flow to the brain to dangerous levels. I've seen this happen in my own family. My aunt would take her pills at 6 a.m. and shower at 6:30, and she couldn't understand why she sometimes felt wobbly in the shower. It wasn't until we talked to her doctor that we realized the timing was the problem. Let me tell you about Patricia Sullivan, a vibrant 76-year-old grandmother from Minnesota. Patricia took her blood pressure medication, lisinopril, every morning at 6:30 a.m., followed by her 7 a.m. shower. For months, she'd been experiencing episodes of dizziness that she simply dismissed as just getting older. One morning, the dizziness became so severe that she nearly collapsed in the shower, grabbing the curtain rod to steady herself. This scared her enough to talk to her doctor, who explained that her medication timing was creating a dangerous overlap with her shower routine. Patricia's doctor suggested a simple change: either take her medication after her shower, or better yet, move her shower time to mid-morning, at least 2 to 3 hours after taking her pills. Within a week of making this adjustment, her dizzy spells completely disappeared. "I had no idea these two things were connected," Patricia said. "No one ever told me that when I started taking blood pressure medication. Here's my practical advice for you. Talk to your doctor about your medication schedule in relation to your shower time. Ask specifically if your blood pressure medications can be taken at a time that avoids overlapping with your shower. Ideally, at least 2 hours before or after. Write a simple reminder on your bathroom mirror or refrigerator showing when to take your pills and shower, ensuring they're properly separated. You might even set an alarm on your phone as a reminder until this becomes a habit." I don't want you to miss any of the remaining safety tips in this video. They could save your life or the life of someone you love. Stick around for tip number 4 about a hidden danger that most seniors never even consider. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell to avoid missing any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward to the next. Number 4. Morning lighting issues and spatial awareness. Now let's talk about something most people don't think about until it's too late: lighting and visibility in your bathroom. This is especially important during those early morning hours. Did you know that according to the National Institute on Aging, seniors lose up to 60% of their low-light vision as they age? That's a shocking number. It means that what looks clear to a younger person might be almost invisible to you in dim lighting. As we age, our eyes need more time to adjust when moving from dark to light areas. They also have trouble seeing contrast between surfaces. Those changes happen to all of us. I've noticed it myself just in the last few years. Let me tell you about Gregory Harrison. He was 81, a retired postal worker from Texas. Greg was independent and careful. One morning at 5:30 a.m., he got up for his usual early shower. The bathroom seemed fine to him, but there was a small puddle on the floor that he couldn't see in the dim light. Greg slipped and fell hard. He broke his hip. That one accident changed everything for him. After surgery and months of rehab, he never walked the same again. He needed a walker from that day forward. Later, Greg told his family, "If I had just waited for daylight, I would have seen that water. I would have avoided the fall that changed my life forever." The saddest part? This type of accident happens to thousands of seniors every year, and most of them are completely preventable with better lighting. Here's what you can do right away. First, install motion-activated nightlights in your bathroom and along the path to it. These lights turn on automatically when you enter. You don't have to fumble for a switch in the dark. They're inexpensive, usually under $20 for a set of 2 or 3. Second, use non-slip mats with bright contrasting colors. Get a dark blue or red mat if your bathroom floor is white. The contrast helps your eyes spot the edges, even in poor light. Third, keep a small flashlight by your bed. Use it when you first head to the bathroom before other lights are on. I keep one on my nightstand, and it's been a real lifesaver on dark mornings. These small changes can make a huge difference in preventing falls. They're simple and don't cost much, but they could save you from a life-changing injury. If you're finding these tips helpful, please hit that subscribe button. I share new safety information for seniors every week. Your subscription helps me reach more people who need this vital information. Now, let's move on to another hidden danger that most seniors don't know about. Something that happens to your body overnight while you sleep. Number 5. Morning dehydration and shower safety. Let's talk about something simple but incredibly important. Water. Not shower water, but the water in your body. Did you know your body becomes naturally dehydrated while you sleep? It happens to everyone. While sleeping, your body loses moisture every night through breathing and sweating. By morning, you've lost a significant amount of fluid. For younger people, this isn't a big problem. Their bodies adjust quickly, but after 70, morning dehydration can be dangerous, especially when you shower. Research from Johns Hopkins University found something alarming. Dehydration increases the risk of falling by 70% in seniors. That's a huge number. And most people don't know about this risk. Here's what happens. When you're dehydrated, your blood volume decreases. That means less blood is flowing to your brain. Then you stand up in a warm shower. Your body sends blood to your skin to cool down. Now, even less blood reaches your brain. This causes a sudden drop in blood pressure. You might feel dizzy, lightheaded, or even faint. Doctors call this orthostatic hypotension. I call it dangerous. It's like standing up too fast, but much worse. I've made it a habit to keep a glass of water by my bed every night. I drink it first thing when I wake up. It's such a small thing, but it makes a big difference in how I feel in the morning. Let me tell you about Leonard Sullivan, 77 years old. For months, Leonard felt shaky during his morning showers. He would grab the wall to steady himself. He thought it was just part of getting older. Then Leonard's doctor suggested something simple. Drink a full glass of water before showering. Leonard tried it. The results were immediate. His dizziness disappeared completely. "I can't believe such a small change made such a big difference," Leonard told his family. "I wish I'd known about this years ago." The solution is so simple. Drink 12 to 16 ounces of water about 15 minutes before you shower. That's a regular-sized glass of water. This gives your body time to absorb the fluid before you shower. Keep a water bottle in your bathroom as a reminder. Make it part of your routine, just like brushing your teeth. If you shower later in the day, still drink some water beforehand. Dehydration can happen anytime, but it's always worse in the morning. This one small habit could prevent a serious fall. It costs nothing, it takes seconds, but it could save your life. Please share this video with someone you care about, your spouse, your friends, your neighbors. This information isn't widely known, but it could keep someone you love safe from a dangerous fall. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward to the next. Number 6, emergency response time. Now, let's talk about something that many people never consider. What happens after a fall? Especially if it happens early in the morning? Here's a troubling fact. Falls between 4 and 8 a.m. are 40% less likely to be discovered quickly. That's because most people are still asleep during these hours. Emergency doctors talk about something called the golden hour. This is the first hour after a serious injury. Getting help during this time can make a huge difference in recovery. Sometimes it's the difference between life and death. But what if no one finds you for hours? This is a scary thought. but we need to talk about it. I had a neighbor who fell in her bathroom. Nobody found her until her daughter came by that afternoon. By then, she was in serious condition. It made me realize how important quick help is. Let me tell you about Beatrice Harper. She was 73 and lived alone. One chilly morning at 5 a.m., Beatrice slipped while stepping out of her shower. She broke her hip. Beatrice couldn't move. She couldn't reach the phone. She lay on the cold, wet bathroom floor for nearly 4 hours. Finally, a neighbor stopped by and found her. By then, Beatrice was suffering from hypothermia. The combination of wet skin, cold air, and lying on tile had dangerously lowered her body temperature. Her doctors said if she had been found even 1 hour earlier, her recovery would have been much easier. After this experience, Beatrice made changes. She now showers only mid-morning when people are awake. She also set up daily check-in calls with her daughter. "I never realized how vulnerable I was at that hour," Beatrice said. "Now I take every precaution." Here's what you can do to stay safe. First, install a waterproof emergency call button in your shower area. These buttons connect to a monitoring service. Some can detect falls automatically. They work even if you can't push the button yourself. Second, set up a buddy system. Ask a family member or neighbor to check on you each morning. A quick call or text is all it takes. Some communities offer free daily check-in services for seniors. Take advantage of these. Third, consider changing your shower time to when others are awake. Between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. is best. This is when people are most likely to notice if something is wrong. Let me ask you something important. If you fell at 5 a.m. tomorrow, how long would it take for someone to find you? Think about that honestly. If the answer worries you, please make changes today. Now, let's talk about one more risk factor that makes morning showers dangerous, one that surprises most people. Number 7, morning brain function and safety. Let's finish with something that rarely gets attention. How well does your brain work in the early morning? Most people don't realize that their thinking and reaction time change throughout the day. According to research from Stanford University, cognitive function in seniors is up to 30% slower between 4 and 8 a.m. In simple terms, your brain isn't fully awake yet. Your reaction time slows down. Your decision-making isn't as sharp. I notice this in myself every morning. I need about an hour before I feel mentally alert. That cup of coffee isn't just a ritual. It's helping my brain wake up. Why does this matter for shower safety? Think about what happens in a shower. The water temperature suddenly changes. You feel yourself slipping a little. You need to react quickly. But your brain's response time is delayed in those early morning hours. Let me tell you about Franklin Wilson. Franklin was 79 and known for being mentally sharp. He still played chess weekly and solved crossword puzzles every day. One morning at 6 a.m. during his regular shower, the water suddenly turned scalding hot. On a normal day, Franklin would have reacted instantly, but that early morning, his brain was still foggy. He didn't move away quickly enough. By the time he realized what was happening, he had already suffered second-degree burns on his back and shoulders. Later, Franklin told his doctor, "If that had happened at noon, I would have jumped away immediately. But at that hour, my brain felt like it was stuck in quicksand." This happens because our brains, especially as we age, need more time to fully boot up in the morning. It's completely normal, but it can be dangerous during activities that require quick reactions. Here's what you can do. First, before showering, wake your brain up. Spend 5 to 10 minutes doing something that requires thinking. Read the newspaper. Do a simple word puzzle. Even a brief conversation helps activate your brain. Second, be extra cautious about shower temperature in the morning. Check it with your hand before stepping in. Consider installing an anti-scald device. But the best solution? Shower between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. This is when your brain function is at its peak. Your reaction time is faster, your judgment is better, Your balance is more stable. This simple timing change makes a huge difference in safety. Today, we've discovered an important truth. Showering between 4 and 8 a.m. can be deadly for people over 70. We now understand why. Unstable blood pressure, temperature regulation problems, medication timing issues, poor visibility, morning dehydration, delayed emergency response, and slower morning cognitive function. The safest solution is to shower between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. when your body is fully awake, stable, and ideally after eating a nutritious breakfast. This simple timing change reduced shower-related falls by 71% in clinical studies. That's not just a small improvement, it's the difference between safety and serious danger. If you found this information valuable, please hit that like button. Each like helps this vital safety information reach more seniors who need it. Share this video with someone you care about. Subscribe to my channel for more life-saving advice designed for seniors and their families. Your small action today could save a life tomorrow.